Hello there. Sorry I'm a little late on this. It's already the 2nd of February, but this is still going until the 7th of February. And it's the end of the Battle of Stalingrad, which is a special event. It started at the 2nd of February of 11:30. Oh no, actually just 11 GMT. And it will end on the 7th on 11:30 GMT. I'm doing this so late because I wasn't aware of this until yesterday evening myself because the stupid Gaijin bot I have on my Discord server didn't post this. Anyways, the rewards for this are the following. Completing the end the Battle of Stalingrad task will bring you a battle trophy with one of the following rewards. You essentially get a battle chest or something like that, how they call it. The spinny thing with the different rewards. And you can get one of the following for completing this event. A 20 to 50% AP booster for 3 to 10 battles. 20 to 50% Silver Lines booster for 3 to 10 battles, it's a separate reward. Or you could get 3 to 5 universal backup vehicles, or 1 random camouflage for ground vehicles of rank 1 to 3 for USSR or Germany from amongst those available to obtain in-game through achievements or purchase with Golden Eagles, which is what I got, because I managed to complete it yesterday, and alternatively you could get 1 day of premium account. You have a relatively wide array of vehicles as your choice to do this. And what you have to do is simply destroy 40 or 20 player-controlled vehicles. It depends on the mode, of course. If you play in arcade, you have to destroy 40. If you play in realistic or simulator, you have to destroy 20 enemies. Which, as long as you play those vehicles for a few matches, you're pretty much going to get. And you have specific vehicles as choice. Important to note is this isn't a special battle event under events and tournaments, but instead you do normal battles. You may have, or you probably noted this, if you opened the game and since the event started, that some vehicles are marked with a golden check mark, to say so. That is because those are the vehicles you're allowed to use. Simply make a lineup out of those and drive some battles. Available for the USSR are the T-70, which is a 2.0, the GLZ MM72K, which is a 2.3, the T-34 1941, which is a 3.7, the T-34 First Guard Regiment, which is also at 3.7, the T-34 1942 at 3.7, the T-34 ESTZ, which is at 4.0, the M3 Medium at 2.7, the BM824, which is at 2.3, the BM13N, which is at 2.7, the KV-1S, which is at 4.0. Of course, this is all for realistic, right? KV-1 with the L11 cannon is 3.7. The IL-2 1941 is 3.0, I think. The IL-2 1942, IL-2 37, I'm not sure where they are. The Yak-1B, however, is at 3.0. The LA-5 should be at 3.0. Same for the Yak-9. And for Germany, you can use the SDK Z62, which is at no, it's at 1.7 at this point. Also garbage AA, by the way, which is what I got the camouflage for, isn't that cool? Anyways, the Panzer 3L at 3.0, the Stuck 3F at 3.3, the Panzerjäger 1 at 1.3, I think. The Marder 3 at 2.0 at this point. It's the one with the Russian pack, not the later one. The one with the German pack isn't available. The Panzer IV F2, the Panzer IV G, both at 3.3. A very good combination for this event, by the way. The Panzer 35T, the Panzer 38T, F. I believe the A isn't available. The SDK is at 25110, which is this event Sonderkraftfahrzeug with the 75mm pack on top. I'm actually not sure what BR does, I just know it's below 3.3. As for these, they are, I believe, 1.3 and 2.0 respectively. And then we have all these aircraft, the Bf-109 F4, which is at 4.0, the Bf-109 G2 at 4.3, and then also the Romanian one. And last but not least, the two Junkers 87, the B2 and B3 respectively, at 1.3 and at 2.0. I personally went with the Germans. I put together a lineup with the Stuck, the Panzer IV F2, the Panzer IV G, and I believe two aircraft and an AA that are not available here, unfortunately. But yeah, this was fairly easy to do. The reward wasn't actually worth it in the end. Although it was fun playing these vehicles again because I haven't done that for a very long time. But yeah, you can also make a very decent lineup with the Russians. I would personally pick the T-34s, especially if you have the First Guard Regiment. I would recommend that. Or I would leave out the STZ because it's 4.0, it would just, drag you up. But if you have the Guard Regiment and the 42 and 41, those two go very well together. Here you could take the GAZ as a fairly good AA. You could also, if you like using it, the first KV1 into the lineup and one or two IL-2s and a Yak, because they're all lower in BR than the T-34s, which are at 3.7. So yeah, for both nations you can make fairly good lineups. Some of the vehicles are pretty pointless, like the T-70 or the Panzerjäger 1. Alternatively, you could make lineups with exclusively those and try to use those. But yeah, you can make very well-rounded lineups, which is what I would advise. But yeah, otherwise there isn't really much to it. You play random battles with those specific vehicles, and as soon as you kill 40 or 20 players, depending on game mode, you can get one of these things. I personally don't think that they're particularly worth it spending the time. It's more so something, if you got the time and you feel like playing those vehicles, it's a nice thing to do, and you get an extra thing for playing those. Otherwise, there really isn't, much of an incentive to do this. You could get a day of premium account, which, is a thing, but I mean, isn't great. The camouflage is there's a good chance you get this for something you don't even want it on. Like, I got it on the SDK Z62, which in the entire list is the only vehicle I don't play. Well, and the G2, the Romanian G2, because I simply don't have it. But, oh yeah, and I don't have the BM8, but, I mean, among all the vehicles I could have gotten a camouflage one, I got it for the worst. The universal backup vehicles are kinda nice. And the Silver Lines booster spot again, you're gonna have to do, assuming you do an ace every battle, right? In realistic, you're still gonna do 4 battles. Let's assume they take 50 minutes each. You're going to be busy an entire hour. And I think individually, just for that, the rewards are not worth it. But, I mean, it was fun to do. Those vehicles are fun, so if you have the time over, I would do it. I would just not specifically do it for the reward. That is my take on it. Although you could have a lot more luck than me with the camouflage. Well, you could get the camouflage and get it for VK. You drive a lot, but yeah. And that's pretty much all there's to say to this. I think this is a kinda neat thing. Um, so yeah, what do you think of this? If you've already completed it, you can tell me in the comments. And otherwise, well, goodbye. Thank you for listening. Until next time.